Evans, is Taylor? She hasn't been in the news at all.
I think she's laying low right now.
Laying low at the moment?
Yeah, she's in between tour legs.
God, leave that
with
fucking
family.
woman alone.
Last night, Eliza and I were watching, and I said, we both took out slips of paper, and I said, write down the % chance that they last, that they make it, that they go the long haul.
Mm-hmm.
And she said 33%. I said 20%.
Oh, you guys, you don't,
Taylor,
you don't believe in
no,
this?
No.
Well, I mean, in fairness, nobody ever lasts with Taylor.
That's true.
So,
But will there at some point
it's not going to be this guy. I'm with.
I kind of hope. I know I said on this show publicly maybe a week or two ago that my household was pro Travis Kelce.
Sure.
We are no longer pro Travis Kelce.
Because why?
What happened?
It's not even him.
The Belknap's turn.
He seems fine. I think there's just I think none of us are enjoying the energy of football fans getting into this spectacle of this.
They're mad that but first of all, show her once and be done with it.
Right.
To cut to her 400 times throughout the game.
Truly,
is ridiculous.
before every single
is.
commercial.
Right.
And here's Taylor standing there. Yeah.
Yeah.
My wife's getting mad because the announcer commentator guy keeps like slipping in lyrics, and she's like, he doesn't know what that means. They just handed a piece of paper to this guy.
You don't know that. They could be huge Swifties.
Yeah, no, he dropped one last night from a song. I'm like, this guy doesn't know that song.
You don't think so?
Of course, Long
Why are
Live.
you
This guy doesn't know Long Live.
But you're watching football because of this.
We turned it on at the end just to see.
So it's working.
I thought that Zoe, my daughter's 15 and like a humongous, crazy Taylor Swift fan. She kind of dragged. I liked her, but my daughter has dragged me into it deeper. But she wasn't even in the room, and I was like, I'll turn this on. Maybe she'll come check it out, and she didn't. But I was like, kind of caught up. It was a close game. It was like a tie game in the fourth quarter, so I got caught up in the ending of it. But you know what? Look, I didn't watch the rest of it, but from 10 minutes left to the end, I think they only showed her once. So I was like, I was glad that it wasn't overdone at that point. Like they were like, "Hey, we're gonna have football game.
We're gonna focus on this."
They got it out of their system.
Yeah, I guess probably.
You know what I did notice at one point? They showed her, and she had the look of boredom on her face, and I was like, you almost saw her realize, like, oh shit, I have to like keep going to these games, and like I don't care about
Right. Well, that's the other reason my household has turned is because it's like this meathead doesn't even appreciate her artistry.
No,
like, there's no way he fucking
I think
gets
he does.
it.
You think he does?
I think he does.
Maybe he does, but his teammates don't.
No, they're dummies.
They fucking know. They don't know what this shit is. And also, it's just like that whole world. They're just like, shake it off. Like, it's not about shake it off.
Right.
It's about fucking.
It's about
the deep cuts.
It can be about shake it off.
Maybe a little bit
people
about that.
enjoy
Let me tell you guys one other thing at the Taylor concert.
Yeah.
So there's the moment where she finishes a nice song on the piano. I don't know what it is, but then she stands up and proceeds to get an 8-minute
Oh, were you at that show?
standing ovation.
That's the one I was at.
Yeah, you were there
And
too.
his wife was there. Yeah.
And so I'm standing there like, this is unfucking believable. But then after 6 minutes, I'm like, this is bordering on like Messiah complex.
Well, also, like Jimmy's pointed out, like you can let that go for forever if you want to. Like they're never going to stop.
She controlled
cheering.
it.
You basically
She controlled it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And like that's
Right.
yeah. Like
I can't fucking believe this is happening. Yes, you're causing it.
Yes.
But at a certain, I mean, I don't look. Everybody who's at her level would be in the same situation. Not everybody would let it go that long. But the point is, if you're Beyonce, if you're Taylor Swift, if you're Coldplay, they will maybe not Coldplay. I don't know about Coldplay. They were just at the Rose Bowl.
Coldplay?
Well, they're successful.
Yeah, they're selling out stadiums.
They were at the Rose Bowl this past weekend.
I understand.
Which is hard to imagine that they still can sell at the Rose Bowl to me.
People still love that band.
Yeah. But like if you open your arms to it, it will come in, and then it's just about how much you need. How much of it do you need? And I don't know. Like I'll say, on the one hand, maybe it's like that's kind of weird that she needs that much of it, but on the other hand, it's like, well, she's got a 3.5-hour show she got to do.
That's
like,
true.
Might as well fill up on the adulation.
I'm wondering, is it almost that Bruce Springsteen thing where he was only comfortable on stage and he would play these 4-hour shows because that's where he, but then out in the world,
I think
you're lonely and isolated. And
I think from what I've observed, I think she's like sort of an awkward individual who's like doesn't really know how to interact with people necessarily all the time, and so like that's her happy place from what I can tell. I don't know if you've watched the documentary about her, Miss Americana.
I have not, but
she kind of gets into that.
Yes, Elliot.
I was just going to say, I feel like that 8 minutes isn't really necessarily just for her. Because those fans, like, how often are they going to get to see her in person? Like, for you folks, you're there to see the music. They're there to see the music too. But they get an opportunity to like show her their love.
It went too long.
I'm sure it did. I have no doubt that it did, but I defend
I
her a
hear
little
what you're
bit.
saying.
Yeah. It's kind of fan service because it's like these people are never going to meet her, but they all would do what people do when they come up to you after a show. Not everyone does this, but oftentimes people come to you after a show, or both of us if we're doing a Never Not Funny live, and they tell us how much our show means to them, and that's wonderful. They need to do that. They need to they feel like
All
they
right.
need
Well,
to do
I
that.
would rather we dismiss with the meet and greet. We
And
get
just
rid
have
of
an
that.
8-minute standing
Have
go.
an 8-minute standing go.
All right, next live show. Let's do
that.
it. Let's do that. We're putting it out there now.
To hear the whole conversation, subscribe for free on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts, or visit nevernotfunny.com.